Some mysteries are hidden in shadow. Some are locked behind vaults and secrets. But others are buried under miles of ice, in a place humanity was never meant to tread. Welcome back to the Unknown Archive. Today we're heading south, far south, to the coldest, most remote place on Earth, where satellites detect strange signals, where world governments sign mysterious treaties, and where rumors of lost civilizations, alien artifacts, and secret experiments refuse to die. This is the story of Antarctica, and what may be buried beneath its ice. A conspiracy so vast, so ancient, that if true would rewrite everything we think we know about history, science, and humanity's place in the universe. Antarctica, a land of ice and silence, almost twice the size of Australia, with 98% of its surface buried beneath permanent ice sheets. And yet, despite being one of the harshest environments on Earth, almost every major superpower has a permanent presence there. Why? On the surface, it's all about research, glaciers, climate, penguins. But peel back the official story, and you start to notice inconsistencies. Take the Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959. It prohibits military activity, bans mineral exploitation, and freezes territorial claims. Sounds peaceful until you realize it's one of the only treaties in modern history that's been respected without exception for over 60 years. The US, Russia, China, all cooperating without issue in one of the most geopolitically tense eras on record? Strange. When was the last time the world agreed on anything for that long? And then there's the geography. In 2012, satellite scans using ice-penetrating radar revealed something shocking. Massive anomalies buried beneath the ice. Perfectly geometric structures, right angles, dome-like formations. Natural? Maybe. But many believe these are not geological features at all. They look artificial, like the remnants of a buried civilization. Or worse, something not from Earth at all. One of the most bizarre cases centers around Lake Vostok, a subglacial lake hidden under nearly 4 kilometers of ice. Discovered by Russian scientists in the 1990s, it's been sealed off from the surface for over 15 million years. A time capsule untouched by human or animal life, isolated from atmospheric contact since before modern species even existed. So, naturally, scientists wanted to drill into it. But here's where things get weird. As the Russians prepared to breach the ice and access the lake, the entire operation was suddenly and mysteriously halted. Some reports claimed technical difficulties. Others whispered about biological contamination. But off the record, there were rumors of something found in the core samples. Something that shouldn't have been there. When drilling resumed years later, secrecy intensified. Communications blacked out. Equipment malfunctioned. And when scientists finally announced they had reached the lake, they refused to release the data. To this day, the full findings of the Lake Vostok mission remain classified by the Russian government. What's under the ice? A unique ecosystem? An ancient virus? Or evidence of an advanced technology long forgotten or deliberately hidden? Whatever it is, it was sealed off by nature for millions of years. And maybe it should have stayed that way. When drilling began in the early 2000s, something strange happened. The operation was abruptly halted. Reports of contaminated samples, equipment malfunctions, and unidentified microbial life began to leak. Some even claimed the Russians had discovered something that should not exist. A whistleblower would later claim that a metallic object had been detected at the bottom of the lake. An object that emitted electromagnetic pulses. The Russian government denied everything, but the area was quickly declared off-limits. Satellite images of the region, heavily redacted. What did they find down there? The legend goes deeper. During World War II, Nazi Germany allegedly dispatched multiple expeditions to Antarctica. The most infamous of these is Neuschwabenland, a supposed Nazi base built under the ice. According to declassified British intelligence, there were Nazi activities in the southern oceans and strange U-boat disappearances after the war. Then came Operation High Jump in 1946. Led by Rear Admiral Richard Byrd, it was one of the largest Antarctic expeditions in history. Over 4,000 troops, 13 ships and aircraft carriers. The official reason? To test equipment in cold weather. The real story? Rumors persist that Byrd encountered something impossible. In an interview upon his return, Byrd warned that the U.S. must prepare to defend against an enemy that can fly from pole to pole with incredible speed. Shortly after, the mission was suddenly ended. Byrd was silenced, and documents classified. To this day, we still don't know what really happened during Operation High Jump. Now here's where it gets even weirder. In 2016, multiple satellite images began circulating online. They showed what appeared to be pyramidal structures emerging from the melting ice. 3 of them, perfectly aligned. Some say it's pareidolia, our brains seeing patterns. Others say it's proof. Proof that something once lived here. Something advanced. Something ancient. Plato described Atlantis as being beyond the Pillars of Hercules, destroyed in a great cataclysm. Some researchers now believe Antarctica may have been the true location of Atlantis before the Earth's crust shifted due to pole displacement. Sounds crazy? Not if you believe in the Piri Reis map, a 16th century naval chart that depicts Antarctica ice-free. How did cartographers in the 1500s know what lay beneath the ice? Unless they weren't the first to explore it, governments say the images are fake. The anomalies, explained by natural formations, and the pyramids, optical illusions. But if that's the case, why are so many regions of Antarctica off-limits, even to scientists? Why are satellite images of certain areas blurred or classified? Why are Google Earth users reporting strange blacked-out zones, mysterious entrances in ice cliffs, and aircraft flying in patterns over nothing? And why, despite all this, do we know so little about the one continent nobody owns? Could it be that beneath the ice lies something not meant for us to find? Something ancient? Something powerful? Or maybe something still alive? Antarctica is more than a frozen wasteland. It's a locked vault, a blank spot on the map of history. And every time someone gets too close to opening that vault, the world looks away. Maybe it's just glaciers and rocks. Or maybe, just maybe, what's buried beneath the ice of Antarctica was never meant to thaw. Thanks for watching The Unknown Archive. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, some truths are buried. Others are frozen in time. But all of them eventually